and welcome to the Ramon Foster Show, brought to you by the GetGo Cafe and Market. We'll get around to that a little bit later. What's going on, Moan?
Oh, not much, man. Just enjoying this day. How about you?
I have no complaints on this happy Friday in advance of Steelers versus Jets. Yeah. Shouldn't this be one of those games, Moan, where you just say, hey, you get the essential bye week here or whatever. Instead, it feels like it's like a really big deal.
It really feels like a must-win, doesn't it?
Yeah.
For a lot of different reasons, man. And I think not just for us, Pittsburgh, but I think for them too, which lets you know this is going to be a highly contested game. Like some questions have to be answered. This weekend is what I'm saying. Like they have to be answered this weekend. Can this offense beat one of those types of teams? And you know what I mean by those types of teams when I speak of the New York Jets, right?
I mean, yeah, still okay. I know that they're fantasizing that they've gotten better at this or that and whatever, but until you're not the Jets, you're still the Jets. And here's my thing, Moan, going into this weekend.
Yeah.
You're the one with the experience with Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
You're the one who has seen his patience, who has seen his trust, and then who at the same time has seen his patience and trust not get rewarded. At what point does he flip? And I'm not even going to mention Matt Canada, although I just did. At what point does he just flip?
It could be this week. And I say because this would be, 3 losses in a row if that is the case?
Yes.
And
they'd be 1 and 3.
And a not so easy schedule moving forward. Like, let's be honest about this. And I'll say this, the defense is playing fine enough. Okay. But the biggest hiccup, I think, where we were all looking for progress and growth, DK, was offensively. And if that's the reason why you don't win, then I think that's when the issues kind of come up a little bit. I don't know if that's a change at quarterback, like for the year. I don't know if that's a change at possibly who's controlling play calling, DK, because that's just where we are right now. I don't know if Coach T and his "you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable" like mantra that he has will be that comfortable with the product that's out there on the field.
I mean, here's the thing, though, with the coordinator. And you said it could be a change in play calling. And you're right. That's the way these things tend to go in the NFL. You don't send the coordinator out on the street because the coordinator still comes with value in that they know the playbook and they can do a lot of background stuff that people don't see. Am I right?
Okay. Yes, 100%.
Okay, so you do that. You keep the guy on board, but you say, listen, Mike Sullivan's going to call the plays.
Yeah. I mean, you have to, because this is the other part of it, DK, is Coach Tomlin's job is on the line, too, with the product that he puts out there.
Is it now?
Yeah, because you don't want that blemish.
Now?
DK, it's always a what have you done for me lately? And I think he's done enough to stay there, but you know how it goes. Yeah, we see, there's a few coaches around the league right now that win championships and then they're out. They try to find a reason. Well, is it stale? Is it stagnant? Those types of conversations come up when you don't get to a better phase than you was the year before. The expectations for this year, I don't know it was that high. But as far as the coordinator, having been out of the huddle, having been out of the building, having been out of the quarterback room, we had high expectation. Is that fair to say, DK? We had high expectation for Matt Canada this year.
High is overstating it.
No.
Yes, it is.
You're a little bit.
Well, the bar has been so low for so long.
No. Your bar has been low for so long.
Yes, it has.
You can admit that. Okay, I'm not going to let you off the hook with that.
I'll admit it because he said it there. My bar was low. My expectations were low this season, Ron, for the offensive line. To their credit, they have greatly exceeded that.
Yeah.
I am very happy to sit here right now and eat crow over that. I really am. And I told you that all along, and I know you feel the same way.
I do. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't know what it was going to be. I just knew they had the players. But I'll say this, me personally, and I think a few others, all we heard last year about the Matt Canada run offense when Ben was there was Ben's not mobile enough. Ben wants to run his old playbook. Ben has to do the things that make him comfortable. And I think we all took a back seat, and I kind of excused Matt Canada because I was like, okay, I get it. This guy's been in the league 20 years. Okay, run what he wants to run. My expectation was we were going to get a Miami Dolphins type of offense. We were going to get a LA Rams type. We were going to get a San Francisco 49ers type. Heck, even a Cincinnati from last year type where it was just pumping out numbers. And I'm more let down by the fact that it doesn't even look like that. The production, it hasn't even been there. He can't designate who's going to be his playmaker. That's what I'm telling you. That's where my high expectation comes from with looking at what Matt Canada has done.
Josh Carney, who writes about the Steelers for the USA Today Network, put out this tweet today. I have to read this to you.
Please read it.
You ready?
Yeah.
In 20 games with Matt Canada as the Steelers offensive coordinator, Pittsburgh has 4 first-quarter touchdowns. We're not talking about opening drive touchdowns. We're talking about the entire first quarter in 20 games, the equivalent of a season and a half. This is the quarter, Moan, in which you are not handcuffed as a coordinator. No. This is the quarter in which you can enter with scripted plays that the other team has yet to have a chance to counteract. This is fireable on the spot, not after Sunday, after this segment. It's fireable.
Yeah, because that system has been tried and true is what you're saying, and we've seen enough of it. You are who we thought you were. And
I wasn't going to go Dennis Green on him,
but that's what you're saying right now. But I'd say this, my level of being let down, though, is because that was the biggest excuse about number 7 being in the friggin' huddle, right? And I look back at it now and say, well, maybe it was Ben down the stretch going no huddle that saved him another year. You know, like that's almost fair to say. If you've got only 1 touchdown through the entire tenure of his play calling, that's low. That's really low. And I guarantee you that's probably rock bottom when it comes down to who runs that statistic right there.
Oh, it has to be
7.
So
what are we saying, DK? We're saying, look, he's on the chopping block. He's chopped liver at this point, then if this doesn't change.
I'm going to bat real quick here for your buddy, Ben. 7 of the 9 victories that the Steelers had last season and going 9-7-1, 7 of the 9 were fourth quarter comebacks. 2 things happened in fourth quarter comebacks. You are more familiar than anyone on this planet with what those things were. One of them was
no huddle.
No huddle. And 2 was
Ben calling the plays.
Thanks for coming, everybody. We don't rehearse this stuff. I just want you to know we don't rehearse this stuff. Moan just nailed both of those by reading my brain.
Yep, because that's what it is, and that's how you get spared another year as a OC.
Another year. How about another week? When we come back, Moan's going to get into... I can't. When we come back, Moan's going to get into his predictions for this week. Welcome back to the Ramon Foster Show, starring Ramon Foster. One of these days, it's going to be the Ramon Foster Show starring, I don't know. Can we get RJ in?
We can get somebody. We can call a guest list, I promise you, man.
How about Zeus?
Zeus, yeah, he showed up last week, though.
He did, though.
That
was a crash segment. That was uninvited.
That's true. I have to put him up on a pedestal. He's just outside right now enjoying this cooler weather that we have now. It's football weather.
Very nice. High school football weather is what we call it around here.
Yes.
Steelers versus New York Jets is Sunday at 1:02 p.m. at the unfortunately renamed Acrisure Stadium. And good luck, Moan. You want to pick this?
I do want to pick it. I think it's tight. I think it's low scoring.
Yeah.
But I think you see some stuff come out of it, man, that is probably going to reset your feelings as far as what we just talked about last time. I think the O-line will probably get the ball movement better as far as on the ground, and there will be some plays being made. I will say this, too. I think the reasons they probably win this game this weekend is because of the defense, though. If they are parading Zach Wilson out there, then I almost kind of say to myself, then this defense will do a lot to disrupt him and to be able to go get a dub. I think
they got to go get him.
Yeah, they got to go get him. They got to confuse him and everything else that young quarterbacks aren't used to. So I give the Steelers the dub. I go 20. I go 18. Like, I think it's that close. The line I saw earlier this week, I think, was set at 3.5. The home team usually gets 3 points anyway. They're basically saying the Steelers have a half a point, if I'm correct, as far as
half a point on the New York Jets. You see, here's the thing. This is not to keep making excuses for the defense and everything, but TJ is a monstrous part of this. Okay.
Yeah.
And anytime somebody wants to deny that or cite it as an excuse, give them the reality. As soon as he comes out, everything changes.
It does. It does. Like, he is the Ben Roethlisberger of the defense. Life with Ben on offense was a whole lot easier. Life with TJ Watt on defense, I guarantee you as fans, me as somebody that covers this team as a former player, I recognize it's a whole lot easier.
I think you're going to have to see some blitzes dialed up. But then what happens, Moan, in all seriousness, if you dial up blitzes, you can leave yourself exposed
on the back end
to the run and on the back end. And I just don't see this coach, after all this stuff the past few days, exposing himself on the run. That's what I'm wondering about here.
Well, I'll say this. This New York Jets offensive line is giving up 3 sacks a game, okay? They can't protect worth much. If they are blitzing, I think they get homes more times than not than what you burn them with. Again, I'll say this. Zach Wilson's probably going to toss the ball in the other direction of the Steelers. So you have the opportunity to get picks or have him drop the ball. Like, that's where I'm at as far as this defense goes. I don't think he's equipped enough to actually handle what they're going to be able to do to him in Pittsburgh.
So they get 5 picks. I'm trying to do your math here. They get 5 picks. 3 of them get run back. And then Boz just kicks a whole bunch of field goals. We've
lived that life before, okay? But it was a tougher outfit.
You were in Kansas City. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes,
Boz with 6 field goals.
But
nobody in that locker room was upset about it. I know that for a fact.
Everybody was excited. That was a tough game on the road. But this being a home game, I am very much interested in watching what Canada does, who he throws to, how he constructs a drive, an opening drive, a first quarter just performance. Those are questions I think that's homework for all of us this weekend.
Once a month, our friends at the GetGo Cafe and Market send Chef Tom down here to the downtown HQ. Moan's in Nashville, so he didn't benefit as Eddie and I and others did here at the office. That will supplant the Hey Moan segment once a month. So this is wishing Moan an awesome weekend, and we will be back with a new show on Monday discussing Matt Canada's imminent firing. Hey everybody, Chef Tom is here at the DK Pittsburgh Sports headquarters and shop downtown on 5th Avenue. What's up, Chef Tom?
How are you? How's it going?
I feel like I'm hotter than Kasperi Kapanen in front of the net.
Oh my!
Somebody.
I'm so glad. No, I'm so glad he stayed.
I know you are.
I'm so glad he stayed because now all the games, the commercial runs again. I love it.
You know, I have to ask you about that commercial because a lot of our viewers will be interested in this. How long did it take? How many takes? He was really good in this.
He was very good.
Mm-hmm.
And it's tough to act natural, you know, and he was great. And again, so he's just like me, where it's like, if you're doing those things, you can't be up like that all the time. It's like a light switch. But so just like me, when the cameras weren't off, we're sitting down, everyone's just chill and stuff. And then when it's go time, he was high energy. The on ice stuff where he's yelling up the
Chef Tom!
When I go to Penguins games, I have my Chef Tom jersey on, and people are still saying with tots on it. They're yelling at me. Here. It's awesome.
I love it. What do you got here for us?
That took 8 hours. 8 hours all day for that. 30 seconds. 8 hours.
What do you got for us here today? What is all this?
All right, so I know you like steak wraps. You did. I know you like steak wraps, so that's a double steak, double cheese. I use provolone and a gluten-free wrap. So I didn't know if you knew that we had gluten-free options, but you can pretty much put anything in a wrap. So, you know, wraps could be vegetarian and gluten-free if you want. We have plant-based nuggets that you can put into a wrap. So if you're a non-meat eater, but you still want the protein.
Oh, that's interesting.
Plant-based nugget chicken nugget in the wrap. But
this is all semi-recent, like in recent years, right?
Yeah.
GetGo's made these adaptations.
Plant-based, we launched Impossible Burger probably a year and a half ago, and we were the first convenience store in the nation to launch a plant-based burger. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it is pretty nice. Now, of course, nothing is complete without GetGo's waffle fries.
Waffle fries, yep. I didn't give you tater tots because those are on his wrap, which I was saving as a special.
Oh, Eddie who's holding the camera over there has some tater tots coming.
He's got
for him. He's in the wrap.
Yep. So this is going to be our new breakfast burrito. We're calling it the steak and egg breakfast burrito. So it is steak, bacon, tater tots. It's big.
That is a way straight into Eddie's heart. So everything you're saying there.
It's just a big version of a breakfast burrito, but it's like one of those is good. You don't need hash browns because again the tots are in there, so it's really good. Then I had to bring some burgers because it's burger.
It is burger day.
It's burger season.
Pretzel bun, unless I'm mistaken.
Yep. So this is our King's Hawaiian pretzel roll. Awesome. This is the. Can I touch this or should I go?
Oh yeah. Good.
So this is it has sweet heat. It's a Miller's banana pepper relish or banana pepper sauce they call it. I love it. I put it on. I was so happy when I got this onto something because I use it. I've been using it at home for years.
Yeah.
And it seemed like a surprise to people around here. I'm like, well, it's local. Like at home, if you pour it over a block of cream cheese and dip pretzels into it, it's delicious. Oh. But I put it on hot dogs. It's awesome on hot dogs. So now, again, it's really cool because I got it approved on the menu. Now I have something for December coming out that uses it. I'm working on hot dogs for the spring, for baseball season. I have a lot of different angles now with one sauce, so pretty neat. And this is the Brett Kiesel Sweet Heat Burger.
I was going to say, I thought, when I was at the GetGo up in Cranberry just last week, went inside, got my food, got my wrap, this one, or a version of it. Yours is a little fancier than the one I usually get, and so you took some liberties. And I saw, I'm of course getting gas from the car, and there's Brett Kiesel, like staring, rah! Yep. Actually, the nicest guy in the world.
Nicest person ever. Yeah, he's so nice. I've met him twice. He came to the test kitchen. We spent again, it's a couple hours, not all day for this one, about 2 hours, and. Before that, we had some Zoom meetings and things, and it was just what does Brett want on his burger? If he's at home, what's he putting on a burger? And then when he got there, we did about 8 different real-life concepts, and then he picked this one. So it was a really collaborative effort. It was really cool.
That's pretty neat. He's as legit as it gets, too.
Yeah. Yep.
Of course, he also can name every one of the cows that were involved in the process.
Well, yeah, and he's holding. I always see him holding a goat. I get the picture. So I guess he's got goats.
He's got everything. He names them all after former coaches and teammates.
Yeah.
Bull Cower.
Bull Cower. So this one's cool too. I think this one's awesome. So nothing fancy, but it's a chili cheese fry burger. That's it. So it's got chili and cheese sauce on French fries with some diced onions. Simple, but it's delicious.
And the thing that for anybody who doesn't frequent GetGo, you have to understand that when you go in there, these aren't sitting under lights.
Right, you order it and we make it for you.
There's someone back there making it for you from Chef Tom's recipes.
And what's cool too is our mobile app is fully integrated in the kitchen too. So if you want to pre-order, you can place it now, knowing that you're going to pass Cranberry at 6 o'clock.
It's been done.
And then just go in and pick it up. It's on a rack ready for you. So cool. Waffle fries, you got that? And then I gave you a little appetizer sampler. The only reason I gave you this is because of the buffalo cauliflower.
What?
It's my favorite app that we have.
Don't tell him it's a vegetable. It's something that tastes like buffalo.
It tastes like a buffalo wing,
but it's vegetable.
It's delicious.
No, not a vegetable.
This is also in a wrap too. So we have a buffalo cauliflower wrap. So again, just because you're vegetarian doesn't have to be fake meat.
Yeah,
so we have a veg-centric wrap with pico de gallo and ranch dressing, so it tastes like
That's what I was about to ask you. What you would use would be ranch.
Ranch, I love it.
Yeah.
And then mac and cheese wedges, jalapeno poppers, mac and
all. Yep. My son loves the mac and cheese bites.
They're delicious.
Yeah, we've made many a very late night drive.
Yep.
Well, we appreciate you coming down here, Chef Tom.
That's it. And again, this is just, I had to just pick some things real quick, and
No, you did quite well. You're going to have no
time,
complaints here.
We'll either do, I'll get you to branch out a little bit. We'll find out. We'll get you a new favorite, maybe, and then we'll see where we go from there. But you can pretty much make whatever you want. So we have a lot of one button push, I call them, where it's just you don't want to think about it. You get a sweet heat burger, you get a chili cheese fry burger, or you don't want any of that. You can make your own.
And always remember that the seasonal stuff is
Pilgrim comes out in 2 weeks.
Exactly. That's the big one here. Is that actually the biggest seasonal seller?
By far.
By far. It's an amazing sandwich. It's
awesome.
Thanksgiving on a bun.
So the bread is made out of stuffing. So the bread itself.
Even the bun. Yeah.
The bread tastes like stuffing. All the flavors in stuffing is baked in the bread. So that's what makes it
amazing. Thanks for coming, Chef Tom. Appreciate it.
Awesome.